Megan Denise recently decided to blast her, I would say, ex-boyfriend now.
I'm sorry, who is that?
So Megan, I'm going to say who she's known for. She's known for dating Denver Broncos NFL baller Von Miller.
Oh. Okay.
Who is a very big athlete.
Well, I
know Von Miller. So they've been dating.
I'm sorry, I thought I was supposed to know who she was.
No, not really.
I know Monica
Denise. She's actually a dancer.
I do too. I know Monica Denise.
This is another Denise.
She's a dancer.
She used to dance at Floyd's Girl Collection.
Oh, okay.
So she got taken out of the strip club. But they've been together for quite some time. They live together. She also has multiple tattoos of this man on her body.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like she needs Lori Harvey's prayer too.
Apparently, however, they got into a big little spite. I don't know, maybe a breakup. And she decided to post screenshots, one of which was saying, since y'all want to know, here is y'all's MVP. And it's a screenshot from this man pretty much saying, I honestly am praying for a miscarriage. With her talking about a pregnancy that she has. He said, I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so disappointed. This is the biggest mistake of my life. And then again, proceeds to wish a miscarriage on her. In another tweet, yes, if you could go screen man to the next one, she posts then a sonogram. And then at some point, he does mention her trapping him.
The amplified
it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I'm honestly praying for a miscarriage. It's just, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Screen Man, if you could pull up him actually mentioning trapping. It may have been, I'm not sure if it was in text message or something that he posted later. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, this is all just bad. Hold on. So he's like, you fucking whack for this. Keep a nigga baby. You lame as hell for that. Fucking disappear and get an abortion. Oh, it was just really nasty. I honestly hate to read these, but yeah, he pretty much.
Why would you say that in text?
In text.
Sir, why are you so stupid?
In text. Hold on, here is this. Yeah, I don't even want to keep reading it because it's pretty fucking.
Awful.
It's
very
really
low vibration.
It's really nasty. But I do just want to say that
my dick is rock hard. This is
of course.
Wow, this is all escalating. I need to sit down. I'm already
so
sitting
horny.
and I need to sit down.
You want to fucking make up, or you still want to beef? I got 2 more days left in. I got 2 more days left in me. Okay,
to beef. All right.
Jesus Christ.
I do want to say though, he did mention
Ladies,
pretty
meditate.
much that, here you go.
A rose is still a rose.
Girl.
Like like dead ass though. Like you are a prize to be won. And it's happening so often now. There's no reason why us women should be going through shit like this on a regular basis. Like, yo, them red flags be there. Broad daylight,
They're not even red flags,
like,
they're red lights.
Oh
it's
my
a red light.
God, like,
make a right on this red
for
and
ourselves.
leave.
Shit, man.
I will say, I want to ask you guys, a lot of people when it comes to pregnancy, specifically men with money, I'll say it's weird that poor men also think the same, but there's a narrative that
the
women...
audacity.
Girl, I be watching Maury.
You to be poor.
I be watching
the same
Maury
thoughts as a rich man.
Yo, I be watching Maury and them niggas that work at Target and the post office be like, yo, she wanted to trap me for child support. Like, keep your $400 a month, sir.
Jesus.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, there is a narrative that men feel as though they are being trapped by women when it comes to having children. And to me, I mean, my take on this, of course, here we go. Me and Bridget differ. We talked about this off camera. But I believe that when you lay down with a person, whether you're with them or whether you're not, if you have unprotected sex, we all know because we're adults that what happens as a possibility of unprotected sex is pregnancy. Therefore, if you don't want a child with someone, maybe you shouldn't be fucking laying up with them having unprotected sex.
I agree.
And so if a baby is made, you now have to fill in the responsibility of being a fucking parent. Because when you laid up with her, you knew that there was a possibility that if there's no condom, that your little swimmers are going to run. It's called science, apparently, and a baby is going to be made.
Not science, apparently.
I guess it's science, apparently. Just how that works. It's not look who's talking. It's science, apparently. I have an unpopular idea to introduce to this conversation.
Girl, get the gunshots ready, baby.
I mean, and I say this as a woman that has been pregnant before and has miscarried and also has terminated. So being in that position, I'm a woman, and what I do with my body is my decision. I agree with you when two people come together, it takes two to tango. Two people come together during the conception, it takes two to make that decision. At some point, once the baby is conceived, then the decision going forward the responsibility is solely on the woman to make that choice. I think that there should be some room for consideration that a man has the right to decide not to participate. And I say that because as a woman, I decide what to do with my body. And if I'm making that decision without the man that laid down with me, I'm then trumping, by making that decision about my body, I'm then trumping the mutual decision that was had upon conception. And I think that in these situations, those conversations need to be had. Granted, most of these people are not emotionally mature enough to have these conversations, so we'll say that. But I think that conversation still needs to be had because sadly, in most of these scenarios, the testimonies from these women are never that, I just wanted to be a mom. I felt it in my spirit that it was time for me to be a mother and I wanted to have a baby. We don't hear that. What we hear is men ain't shit. Oh, well, he told me he wanted to. If you're going to be responsible for your body and make the decision for your body, for yourself, for your soul, for your life, you have to understand a man may or has the authority to decide whether or not to participate. I don't want to get into the moral code of that's wrong and that's right. I don't want to, to me, all of that is circumstantial where this is concerned. But I think in terms of the idea of trapping a man, in order to trap somebody, that means you have an advantage and you're taking advantage. So if you have this decision, and women, we have this power because we're the ones that carry the baby for 9 months. We have that decision. We have that power. With great power comes great responsibility. So if you want to trump the mutual decision that y'all made upon conception with your decision and that he's not really down to ride for, you have to take what comes with that. And most of these men, to be honest, a situation like this, he's going back and forth, disappear, you doing all this. This is trash, by the way. Not condoning this not condoning any of this whatsoever.
Right.
But I guarantee there were probably conversations between them prior to her getting pregnant, where he made it clear this is not the direction I want to go. So then you can't turn around as a woman and say, well, you had sex with me and so, no ma'am. We say this all the time. A man is going to tell you or show you whether or not this is really where he wants to be. Facts. And if the actions and the words do not align, ladies, you have to understand whatever decision you make is going to be your decision, and you got to take what comes with that.
I do want to make it very clear too then in 2021 to have these conversations more. However, in an era where we are sexually liberated and have multiple partners, unfortunately, if we're not in a serious relationship, there may be someone that we're having unprotected sex with, that these type of serious conversations are not had.
Right.
I'll say I've had an abortion. I've been pregnant. And on the flip side of that, he thought I was killing his son. He had 2 daughters already. And when I came up pregnant, he was like, you killing my son. I was like, nigga, it's 4 weeks old. It's a dot. You don't know what it is yet. But I know that's probably bad to say. But it was a negative. It was not bad. It was on the flip side to where, as the man, he wanted me to keep the child. And yes, like you said, I made the sole decision to not have it.
Yeah.
And so I do. In hearing you say that, this is maybe my first time looking at it that way, because yes, as a woman, in terms of us keeping or not keeping the child, whether the man wants us to do it or not, a man will tell you if he doesn't want you to keep a child. Right. A man will tell you if he wants you to keep it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter a lot of times what the man wants, because we have that final say. Right. So I agree with that.
And if you want to be a mother, then that needs to be the place you're coming from when you make that decision. Not, well, you said that so you gonna keep a baby because a man said that he wanted to have a baby with you, not because you want to be a mother? Like, I don't want to hear none. I don't want to hear any of this anymore. I want to hear from women that get pregnant and revel in that moment of joy, of procreation, to feel like they are walking in purpose to be a mother, to mother a child.
Not of the check.
I don't want to hear.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear about this other shit. If you want to be a mother, be a mother. That is your God-given blessing to be able to bring life to this earth.
And then I could take it further as we navigate back previous episodes where once again I'm bringing up the whole everybody, you a goofy bitch for saying you're not gonna put somebody on child support, da da da. It was my choice to be a mother.
Correct.
He chose to be a dad too, but it's on his terms the same way I mother on my terms. So I can't force anybody or chase after anybody for something that, okay, at the end of the day, it's going to get done. Child's going to be taken care of, loved unconditionally, and that's it. But at the end of the day, I chose to be a mother, and that's it. And I'm going to do what I have to do regardless who wants to or who doesn't want to.
And 90% of the time, that works for the kid. That works
Absolutely.
out better for the kid. It's like, do you want to be right, or do you want to be good? You want to be good at what you're doing? Like, where's your head at? Like that's always the shit that I remember, like, my therapist saying to me was like, do you want to be right, or do you want to be in the relationship? What's more important to you? Like, you care more about what your ego and what your emotional
pride and ego,
personal ego is about, and what your emotional needs are. Because if you're gonna be a mother, everything that you're feeling, that you're trying to prioritize, is gonna come second anyway.